We find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. And off we go from Denver. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A first carry now. This is Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. 2nd down. Excellent effort defensively by him. 2 tackles for a loss last week, now 1 here in the first quarter.
He's an absolute disruptor, isn't he? And I think most offenses would love to go against guys who just want to hold the point of attack and try and keep things clean for their linebackers. But when they make those moves and they can get upfield, past the offensive line into the backfield, that's hard to handle.
That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. You talk about this Chiefs defense. They are number 2 in the NFL against the run right now, Charles.
Numbers don't tell you everything, but they do paint a pretty good picture. We're talking about 2 top 5 units going at each other. 1 in running the ball, 1 in stopping the run. I think this is going to be a whole lot of fun myself.
Now it's Nix. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And this kick will be touchdown as they spot it inside the 45-yard line. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 42. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane. And some room to maneuver. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. An excellent way to start the drive there. 18 yards.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on 1st down.
This is part of why this guy's got multiple MVPs on the mantle. We're used to seeing him make the impossible throws, but here Mahomes knows he's got nothing, so he wisely just gets rid of it.
Yellow. 50, yellow. 15.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Towards the end zone for Brown. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Hollywood Marquise Brown. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stuff it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it and let's go with it.
Give him 30 yards there.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It was Leo Chanel who got in to drop him. So a nice bounce back there defensively after giving up the big play.
Yeah, you can either get down on yourself or you can get motivated. And that time, they dropped him for a loss. So I would say that they got motivated and made the play.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now they'll audible to something else. A give to Williams, running right. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of a tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
Check, Bobcat, check, Bobcat. 19 tight, 19 tight.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. Yeah, he'll be out. Two shy of the 30.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Here we go, set. Hey, smash.
They try the left side here with Williams. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. The Broncos at 5-1 here in this early part of the season. They're in a real groove of late. Winners of 5 of their last 6.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Heck of a broken tackle and able to work this down near the 23. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. A much different second drive here, Charles. They go 3 and out the first time. This time they've been able to sustain something downfield.
And that's what often happens. You get the game started. You have to get your footing underneath you. You have to get used to the flow of the game, the speed of the...
Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. And the Chiefs are going to have it here just past the 25.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Yellow.
On play action, it's Mahomes. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Nick Benito coming in there to record the sack. Six nothing our score after one.
With the score, Chiefs 6, Broncos nothing.
The Chiefs with the football as we start the second quarter, as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. To throw, it's Mahomes. He's got his target. That's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 3rd and 19. Problem is they're able to convert. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Mahomes now to throw. This will be caught by Brown. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Mahomes going to throw. That is caught downfield. It's Worthy. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Now Achane on 1st and 10. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
As a linebacker, you're taught to stay just slightly behind the ball carrier just in case he makes a cutback. But when you find the gap, shoot it. And he found it all right. Took it straight into the backfield and made the tackle for a loss.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. That's caught. Waddle on the left side. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Hey, 57, 57. 15.
Snap coming at 1, and it's Mahomes. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Man open left side is Brown. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Marquise Brown with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all.
It's caught at the 10. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Alec Ingold, 41 yards. And the Broncos have got it back to within a score. Lutz with the extra point. And it's now 13-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me,
and he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. Xavier Worthy, 70 yards. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Butker on for the PAT. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And bulldozing his way through. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
Well, here's your first example of how this guy can beat you in more ways than one, because they took away his arm, but he was more than happy to dissect them with his legs for that first down pickup.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. 79 Bronco 80.
Working out of the gun is Nix. And that is incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
To throw, here's Nix. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Ready? Hut, hut.
Got a man open, it's Sutton. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They're going. It's Nix. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. So they convert on 4th, and now from just outside the 30, here's 1st and 10. They shot, but he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
But defensively, they're doing everything they can to protect this early lead after giving up a touchdown on their last drive.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Throwing, Nix. Got his man, it's Williams. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A gain of 37.
So often when we're watching a football game, we see one with a lot of ebbs and flows, and this one is no different. And sometimes you just need a big play to wake you up a bit. And they get one right there. That shot of caffeine this offense was looking for.
Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
That's a really alert defense there, because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Williams. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
Here we go, set.
They'll run it with Williams. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Javonte Williams in the final seconds of the first half. And the Broncos are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead will shrink to 6. So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Final shot before the half from Mahomes. They'll let this go deep for Waddle. And that's going to be incomplete. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half. Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, it was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Now here's Mahomes.
That's going to be caught by Waddle.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
Yellow.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Open man downfield is Waddle. He's got it. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Jalen Waddle, 59 yards.
And the Chiefs come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter.
Now Mahomes to the line as the Chiefs are going to go for the 2-point try.
Will set up for the 2-point conversion.
Hey, Sunday. Hey, 15.
Mahomes will throw for it. Rolling to his right. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome, a little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
Hey. Check.
Off the play fake, Nix.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up third.
Safety blitz, such a fun play call to witness when it works. And the deep man can get home for a sack. Great timing by him. Interception earlier in this contest. Now a sack. He's definitely campaigning for Player of the Week honors, isn't he, partner?
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Mustang 19. 60 Bobcat. Go check. Get up.
Here's Nix.
And that will be incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
Now a high kick, almost a pooch punt. Now a fair catch taken just across midfield, maybe by a yard or two. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. And they'll send the slot in motion left.
Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And that is not fooling anyone. He never had a chance to turn the corner there. And they'll go backwards right away. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
Now Mahomes eluding the pressure right. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Here's Mahomes to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
Well, you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers to get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
A quick throw here out to Brown. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
Butker's kick here is good.
So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
And able to get this out to the 25. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Finding Williams once more, complete. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard.
He's got this to Williams, complete.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Nix looking to throw again.
And this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown Broncos. From 13 yards out.
And the Broncos are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter.
Lutz with the extra point, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. That's caught right side by Worthy. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the first down.
A gain of 12. First down, Chiefs.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
lift. Yellow. Berserk.
They go play fake. Mahomes. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
Hero 15. Yellow. Berserk.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. They'll roll him out right. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Lutz will look to add the extra point. And the lead is down to a field goal now. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And now this fourth quarter becoming very interesting. That pick six makes this a one-score game. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how aggressive they choose to be. Here's Achane to start the drive. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Good push from the offensive line, and they've done well so far to build this lead. Now they've got to get things to the finish line. And that's a solid pickup there to begin the drive.
Attack!
Mahomes now to throw. He'll check this one down to Pacheco. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And he's going to be touched down right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Over the middle here to Brown. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. They'll run for it with Achane. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Yellow. 15. Hey, yellow, go.
To throw, it's Mahomes. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Nick Bonito able to record his 5th sack of the season. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. They go play action. Now Mahomes. Got him in. It's Brown. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
And Mahomes sees something. He'll change the play.
The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. Mahomes going to throw.
He'll dump this off to Achane.
And his defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the first down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Yellow, yellow.
Now on 4th and inches, they're going to want to talk this over. We get a timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Andy Reid, some say always unpredictable, and here he says we're going for it on 4th down.
They'll go. Achane.
And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
Devon Achane, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20. Here's 1st and 10.
Go! 19 Lions. Warriors 17. Hup.
Throwing Nix.
Escaping the pressure right.
And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
Track at 60. Ready? Ready?
Nix to the air.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game.
We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Now Mahomes. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40.
More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack.
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. To throw is Mahomes. Flushed out right.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. Mahomes to throw.
And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Flush to his right. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. So this one in the win column for Kansas City, and it's never easy to come into Denver to win. You think all you have to deal with the altitude, but they got the job done.
Well, there's a reason Olympic athletes train nearby. All right, they've got a terrific training center in Colorado Springs. You train at the altitude, the lungs expand, you go down to the regular. Oh, my goodness, they can go all day. And, in fact, a lot of visiting teams, when you visit Denver, you know what's printed in your locker room? Welcome to the Mile High City. The air is rare. They get in your head that way.
So for Kansas City, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, they drop just their second game so far as they fall to 5-2. And they'll get an extra week to think about it as the midseason bye might be coming at just the right time.